Welcome to the Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show, episode 8. Alexander Kirk, no, what's it called? Dr. Shaw, the conclusion. Adrian Shaw, the conclusion. Someone's wearing a blouse, and it's not me.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Is this it? Massive Attack? Voodoo Schmoodoo?
Love me some Massive Attack. Voodoo in my blood.
Welcome to the Blacklist AFTERBUZZ After Show. We are here with the wonderful. You're so smug.
Smug as a bug in a rug.
not
Oh.
We're at the fall. What is it? The
Fall finale.
fall finale. The fall finale.
Yes.
I'm Joe Braswell. I'm joined as always by the lovely Julia Cearley.
Hi. Hello.
That's
I'm here.
you.
I'm here. That's me.
All right, that's still you.
Mild to moderately conscious.
And I'm
Love
joined
it.
finally by the not so lovely Joe SanFelippo.
You could say the smug, the correct, the ultimately proved right.
False sense
Lord
of
High
victory,
King
Flip.
shit, correct man in charge.
Oh my gosh.
And wait, do we have a link? I don't have a link to our feed here. Oh, because we didn't send one out. We didn't send out the tweet.
Oh, well, there you go.
Sorry, that's gay. Anyway, we're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Yeah. So this episode.
Can I ask you a question, Braz?
Yes.
If your name was Lizzie Keen and I were to ask you, who's your daddy? And maybe you were in the audience yesterday, what would you say?
I would say I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Actually, you know what I would
First of all,
say?
Lizzie King doesn't know.
You know what I would
I
say?
said if you were in the audience.
No. I would say my dad's dead,
Oh my God.
and I'm so happy.
Oh, the desperation is
That-
thick. I'm wearing hip waders to get through the piles of desperation you're puking all over this studio.
I am. I want to get to our.
I just wish that the nice people who listen to our show and have listened to our show for 4 seasons,
Right.
they would just write to you and tell you how sad they are that you're deluded.
Is our chat open?
I don't know if our chat's open.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
working
No.
on it.
Sorry,
We're working
I
on it
apologize.
because I will say this.
Soapboxy over here.
I'm just going to say that
Oh, go ahead and vamp. I'll let you do.
I've been all alone in this for quite a while. I've said it from jump. I don't think I wavered a couple times. I did. And then every time I would come back, no, he's your father. He's got to be. And then today it's proven. It's truth serum in between the knuckles, in the neck. Truth serum. Oh, I can't. What about?
Like, here's what the good, lovely Jody.
You tell me what Jody has
Walker
to
had to
say.
say about this, and she, and I love that Jody Walker. She can't join us today because we had a little bit of a time change. And if you're with us right now, apologize for being late, folks. We had to change times today, but we are here. If you're checking us out live on YouTube, thank you very much for checking us out live on YouTube in real time. If you're listening to us on iTunes after the fact, thank you for listening to us on iTunes. And if you're watching us on YouTube after the fact, thank you for doing that as well.
I certainly hope your show gets to be a little bit better later on.
Jody says something like, Raymond Reddington, you are the father.
I mean, maybe, probably, right? He definitely said, yes, Elizabeth is my daughter. I heard him, but he said it in some sort of drug or pain-induced trance
Right.
while trying not to get syringed to death
See?
by his arch nemesis. And
See?
immediately following his hypothetical, what do you want me to say? Yes, is that what you want me to say? Yes, that is what I want you to say. She goes on to say, all I've wanted is for this show to finally confirm that Raymond Reddington is Elizabeth Keen's father, and when it finally does, I hardly feel like I can trust the information. Right? I think I understand now why Liz acts like such a doofus sometimes. It's very confusing to hear the truth you've been longing for and still not know if it's really the truth, and in that way the Blacklist mid-season finale succeeds in giving us answers, but doesn't take away the questions. Damn them.
So, Flippo, where is
So,
this
here's
proof
what I'm
that
saying.
you are
Smoking gun.
convinced of?
Are you kidding me? He comes out and he says, I'm her father. He says, what do you want me to say? He's on truth serum in between the knuckles. You can dig. They give themselves
What's that, truth serum?
They give themselves an out. They give themselves like, hey, the potentiality of him not being it. But let's be real. That last scene at the end when he's holding the baby, I always knew that my father would want to meet my I don't remember exactly how she says it, and he's holding the baby. First, he looks in on the room and he sees the baby in the crib with Liz, and all on his face is "My legacy is secure." That's what's on his grill. Then he comes into the thing, and he's holding the baby, and she says, "I know my father would have wanted to," and he says, "I know he would have too." Boom, he's holding the baby in the shot. Are you insane, people?
That means nothing.
Oh, madness!
Oh my God, Flippo.
You brought
Madness.
You are so desperate to be right on this issue.
You brought some stuff down there.
I
What
did
you
bring some
Could
things.
not be
I don't
more
know
right.
who's going to be wearing this,
What did
but
you bring?
Could not be more right.
I brought some blouse options. I desperately looked for things that might
Tell
fit
us, people who are on
couple
this show.
gentlemen who are well over 6 feet tall.
Yeah, that's a 6
Hello,
foot four.
Watson King. Watson King says, I know a writer on the show who live tweeted, bam, yes, he's telling the truth.
Oh!
Maybe that's the benefit of Blacklist. Wow.
Uh-oh.
What? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
What do you
Wow.
know, Watson King? Watson King's just on your side.
Maybe that's the... Oh, wow. This is getting serious.
Well,
let's
someone's
take a
wearing
look.
it. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at some of the selections Jules has brought into us
First
today.
of all, I have a nice flowy floral little number.
that is nice.
Nice pink, a little see-through, ladies.
Yeah,
so get excited
transparent,
for that.
just in case.
A little off-the-shoulder pink number. You know, you guys
Simple,
have
but
really
elegant.
nice shoulders.
Off the
Yeah.
shoulder.
And then in case none of these fit, because you boys are big boys, I have a good old classic fringed poncho.
Oh, classic, not exactly seasonal, but absolutely
French
lovely.
poncho.
So you guys vote out there.
All right. Well, look.
Vote? What vote? This is a done deal.
There's no vote necessary.
No, there's no vote necessary. I want to hear some music, though. I'd like to hear the stripper, if that's possible. If they can
Happening?
find that. I don't know if you can find
Is
that
this
for us.
happening?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
oh,
something we would do.
oh, what color is it?
What is this?
All right. It's happening.
Oh, it's peach. Or is it salmon? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole lot of man in this place. Look at this.
There it is.
Woo!
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I hope you're all happy. There it is.
Wow.
Oh, my.
I'm dying.
I don't know where
sort
you
myself out
found a
here.
blouse that big. I don't know where you went.
Let me sort myself out of here.
That's a good look.
That is
You like
a good
that?
one. That is a really nice color. It really
All right.
pops against your skin.
Oh,
Give that
God.
man some love. There it
Look
is.
at- look at-
Jason's got you.
None of those are slutty enough for Braswell. Thanks.
It's like they
It's
know
just-
you.
Well, it's happening right now in real time. There I am. I'm sorry. All right. So this means nothing to you who are listening on iTunes, and nothing to you guys who are listening on the podcast. But one of the three of us is wearing a top.
Jason says you're rocking that pink.
Thank you.
It is
I am.
adorable.
Here I am. So let's talk about the show.
Well, let's give
what
a
do
little
we see?
background, just in case
Okay.
people are not clear that we have this ongoing bet about
Yes,
whether or not.
that's right.
And this goes back a different show, a different
Back
panel.
to Hannibal.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it Hannibal?
was
Yeah.
Hannibal.
I made a very strong bet that a certain character had been whacked, right? And
Yeah.
I was wrong, and so I had to wear the yellow blouse of shame. And now
Yellow
Braz,
and ruffled.
Yeah, it was ruffled.
It was
Yeah.
very ruffled.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now Braz has to wear the slightly simpler peach blouse of shame.
Simpler.
But it's definitely more low cut.
It is.
Tasteful.
It
Yes.
is.
No.
And he didn't have time to. Yeah, the man didn't have time for all that much grooming. He didn't like to accept the truth of this whole scene.
Oh, you're getting modest on us now?
Yes. All right.
wow.
I am actually bright red. You can't tell. I'm an African American gentleman, and you can't tell. All right. So here we are. All right. So the Blacklist.
The Blacklist.
Like,
I will say, listen.
AKA a tale of Lizzie and her dad.
I agree. It felt pretty real. It is definitely. I agree with Jody. It was kind of like, maybe I am kind of. I guess if you, but it seemed pretty clear to me.
You know where the cell was? The cell was when he was fighting it. When he was
Yeah.
I don't remember the stepdad's name. What was his name?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Was it Charlie
Your
or Sam?
adoptive father. Oh,
Sam.
Sam, sorry.
Sam's her dad. Sam's her dad.
Right.
That was him trying to be in the program, and then
Right.
and he gave up. Now, to me, that was if it wasn't a lock before that, it was a lock.
Yes.
Lock, ching ching.
Golden Toe said what I'm wearing is tasteful, yet kind of whorish.
I agree.
Which is what I was going for.
Oddly enough,
It's the title of my
I was
autobiography.
gonna say,
Title of my memoir.
tasteful, yeah, a little hoey.
Flourish.
No, but I think we actually learned a lot in that last little bit. That last what we've been waiting for, at least what I've been waiting for here, is this confrontation between Red and Alexander Kirk or Constantine, because two fine actors squaring off. I thought it would be some sort of big fight, it'd be whatever, but I like the fact we finally got them, face to face, squaring off, and I thought it was a good payoff.
I think so too.
I think it was well acted scene. We did get to learn about a little bit about Katarina, who was an agent there to...
They were both assignments.
Yeah, both assignments. Or at least... Or Constantine may have been a cover.
Well, it makes an assignment anyway.
Alluded to the fact that you probably were an assignment.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had money, you had access, she needed both.
Yeah.
Or you could have been a cover while she got to me.
Absolutely.
But I think Red was saying, hey, man, we're both played. Like, this chick...
You know what I love about both of them? They were unapologetically in love with her. Mm-hmm. Despite
She's
the fact
good, man.
that she runs a brick, a brick through a plate glass window.
Yep.
They're both just still in love. How many years later?
She's a good spy. She's like a Kerry Russell on The Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good spy. And, not for anything, she's she's the opposite of what was it dickmatized? Is that what's happening?
Who was dickmatized?
I can't remember who's dickmatized.
No, she's the flip.
Alana Bloom was dickmatized.
Alana Bloom,
wrong show. I'm sorry.
Wrong show.
These guys were
definitely
Pematized.
I can't even.
They were the male version of dickmatized.
They were
without a doubt.
Katarina clearly had these guys both spun out.
Oh yeah.
I like that term, spun out.
They were both spun out. I mean, Constantine's ready to scorch the earth, because what Red did to this, and Red, he's willing to die. He doesn't want to be on the same earth as Red. He'd rather die than and inhabit the same planet as Red because of what he did to her with Katarina. And Red is willing to burn everything down to protect the legacy of his daughter, Lizzie, and Katarina.
Say it again. I wasn't sure what you said. Did you say his daughter, Lizzie? Is that what you?
She did a nice job.
Braz,
did a great job.
Are you 100% on board that he's the dad?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, I am. I am, because I realized that I thought I was well. First of all, I'm also backing up a little bit. I thought Megan Boone and Liz Keane were great in this episode.
Yeah.
I thought, in fact, I will make another admission. That moment when they did the exchange and Liz is like, I'll come for you.
I'll come for you. That was good.
I might have got choked up on that.
Oh.
Out of the blue.
Now, granted, after the election, we're all a little emotional.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much.
And I'm like, what just happened there? Do I care about the black light? I really care.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just, I'm a little emotionally fraught, but
Tom better not be dead. I bought her in the ambulance.
I bought her in the ambulance.
I
I bought her. I was really upset. But then, so what I realized is there is a thing that they can do, and it's a thing that we'll do at the end where I thought, well, finally, we are free of this Lizzie Keane hating Red thing. There's no other way that she can go back to. She's admitted, like, you knew all along. You told me all along. I'll come for you. You did this for me. This is wonderful. I'm like, what could possibly piss her off again? Not. And I realized, like, oh, she's gonna find out in season 5, if we make it that far, season 5, that Red actually was her father the whole time, and it's gonna piss her off. And she's gonna say,
sure.
I can't believe you lied to me.
How could you?
How could you lie to me? I'm never talking to you again.
And we'll go around that circle again.
So and then I realized, like, that's where we're going. I'm like, oh, once I realized that, then I realized that.
And the other thing, I've said it for a while now, there's no other way for the show to work. This show is weird as hell if he's not her dad. If he's not her dad, there's no conceivable relationship. Like Uncle Red, that's not enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Cousin Red, not enough. Only if he's her dad and she's the only daughter that he's got. And I don't know about that. I can't necessarily say that that's one way or the other. But that's the only thing that makes all the scorched earth, all the bodies, all the burning, all the killing, all the murder. That's the only way that makes it all make sense. Anything else, he's a sociopath maniac.
Still, what's the point of the show, though? Why not? Why can't he just come out and say it?
Well, now they're free. Now they can come up with whatever the hell they want. Now they got all kinds of options.
Clearly, he has a reason. There's a reason why.
That's what I'm saying. The writer's room is free now to come up with whatever that is.
There's a reason why Lizzie. I mean, frankly, it's already done because, again, as I keep reminding you guys, we were in episode 8 of a 22-episode season.
I was going to say.
There's a lot of show.
A lot of room to run, Jack.
A lot of show left. The thing is already written. They already know where's it going. We don't, but hopefully they know. So we're only in episode 8, and frankly, yes, Yes, Sasu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 1.
Oh yeah.
Joe got it. He wins. Yeah, like we have a lot of show to go, and we have a lot of explanations. And I think the writers and Jon Bokenkamp already mentioned that. You know, I think Megan Boone mentioned this too. That we're gonna find out why Lizzie is the key, why Lizzie's so important. And it has to do. She's going to realize that she can't escape. She's trying to run away from the FBI, run away from Red. She's going to realize that she can't run away because she's the key to everything, whatever that means.
We'll figure it out.
So we're going to figure it out. But the whole time, she's not going to know that Red's the father, and I'm fine with that. The questions I have though, which are real legitimate questions for me, are, what did they explain the first DNA test? What the thing that led Kirk to believe that Lizzie was the father in the first place?
It was a Russian DNA test, right?
Faulty Russian DNA.
Red said Katarina made you see what you wanted to see.
Yeah, if you're a Russian operative, you want to go get a DNA test done, and you want KGB to be in charge of whether. Yeah, of course they can falsify that. Right?
Yeah.
Now we're going to find out all kinds of fun stuff about the KGB over the next 4 years.
This is all Katarina.
Yes.
Okay. So
that's not fair. I don't know if it's all Katarina or it's all somewhere trickled down from Katarina.
Yeah.
But basically, you got to consider if she's a Russian operative, she's got access to whatever the Russians wanted Kirk to believe. And if the Russians wanted Kirk to believe it was his daughter, then that's what they set up.
Here is the other thing. Like, that Langley? Langley's in the house?
Langley,
Hey, Langley.
what up,
What up,
man?
Langley?
Nice to see
Langley's
you.
a smart individual right there.
Langley's jumped in here.
Yeah.
Live.
Done and done.
Oh, love that guy.
Yeah. So, So wait. So before that, like, have we always thought that Katarina was such a bad, maybe an evil person? I think we've always thought Katarina was a spy or whatever, but I don't think we ever thought that she was a bad guy.
No, I don't think
This
we
is
have.
the first hint that we have that Katarina may be a bad person. Mm-hmm. And so maybe she's at the top of the blacklist.
Well, there's no goods or bads in these people. I mean, we have just varying degrees of gray, right? I mean, we all acknowledge that true. I mean, a conventional reading of Red is that he's a sociopath maniac, and murders and murder, death, kill is his go-to for just about anything. But we like him,
Yeah.
And Alexander Kirk, same kind of thing. We kind of like him too.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in here on the Blacklist.
That's it. That's all gray. So I mean, saying Katarina's bad, I think that's kind of overly simplistic. She's probably just got an agenda. That's all the show does is follow, chase each character's wants.
Yeah. Michael, I agree with you. Michael Jones, it is a defeated week for us as well. And good to see you all.
Please don't put Braswell wearing that lovely peach blouse in the same category as Trump, because that's a triumph and the Trump shit is not. So that one's a blow for the good guys, I think.
It's the politic-free zone.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're
My
the
bad.
Blacklist.
I
We're
love
the
everybody.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so I don't know. Yeah. So I think Katarina is my. I'm jumping in prediction. I think she may be vaulted to the top of the blacklist now.
Katarina. It's all been to get Katarina.
Lead to Katarina. I mean,
I concur.
And-
Absolutely.
it's obvious. I mean, does anyone have any doubt whatsoever the thing that he whispered to Constantine was Katarina's alive?
Absolutely.
There's no doubt in anyone's mind.
Absolutely.
The only other thing it
That's
could
the
have
only-
been to me is the Yoda whisper. No, there is another.
God.
There's
Like a
she's
twin?
got a sister or a twin
Yeah.
or some shit. But I think you're right. Odds are it's Katarina's alive.
You know what would be the
Well, we
worst
are
thing
discounting
ever?
the memories.
The worst thing ever, worse than our election, worse than anything, worse than this blouse, worse than anything in the world.
My
would
Yoda
be,
impression?
No, yeah, worse than that even, which is hard, would be Megan Boone playing her twin sister. Her Russian twin sister.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
It's
I
Megan
never
Boone.
thought about it.
But if Lizzie has a Russian twin sister with an accent, that might be the worst thing ever.
And like super crazy blonde hair.
I want to see it so bad.
No,
now.
you said it might be
has
another.
to
I'm like,
happen.
please, God, no.
Oh my God.
Oh,
all
my
right, sorry,
goodness.
I digress.
We are discounting though Red's past family. Remember, he had the house that he blew up. That he had a wife,
the
and he had two
ballerina,
children,
the chick, the ballerina
ballerinas.
girl, like he's sitting in the
So
thing,
there's a sister.
the
Maybe the
box.
sister's Kirk's.
Yes. Don't know.
That's what I'm
Don't
saying.
know.
That's
But
a thing.
he had another family with two daughters, right?
Were there two?
Yeah.
There were two, I believe.
Well, I agree, and Watson King brought up a good point. I'm jumping all over the place here, but like 3 weeks ago, the Blacklist was kind of on the bubble. The ratings were really, really poor. They were like they had like a 1.1. They did really bad. And last night they had huge ratings. So they had huge numbers. Watson King brought that up. It did 6.5 million people watched, and so the Blacklist lives. I think it's off the bubble. I don't know if it's been renewed yet, but I think it's off the bubble for now.
Well, I think to me that they freed themselves. I think you got to imagine it was scary for the producers and because will this show survive without this great mystery? And I think they've found a way.
So many mysteries.
But I mean that was the overarching like is this her dad, and that's been the thing they've been stringing along for so long. But I think
we did it for 75 episodes.
They overplayed it
so much. We get it.
That's I think why so many people went, you know what, fuck it, I'm out. And so finally last night they hit it. I think they did it. They locked it up, but they did it in a smart way. Yeah. And now we're moving forward. I love it.
In a way that opens more questions and gives us more story.
Which is great.
Let's dive into this episode a little bit. Where we pick up where we left off at the hospital. And when Red's like, get out of there, Lizzie. Lizzie's like, I just talked to Reddington. He thinks something bad's going to happen.
Langley, double the pouting.
Yeah. He thinks something bad's going to happen. They go into mode of like, wait, something is going to happen. Cooper realizes that they're already inside the building. Tom starts to realize something's off. The attack happens. My girl Odette is on. Is that her name, Odette? Odette is on the mic. That was a pretty good little scene there. That was all a great extraction, and them getting out of there and the smoke and the protocol and them getting Lizzie, and then Tom Keene jacking someone and getting in that car and whipping after him.
Here, let me say this. Clearly, the people at Ford did not continue their sponsorship because that was not a Ford Mustang.
That was definitely a Mercedes.
That was a Mercedes. That was a very nice Mercedes.
It was. Yeah. It was delightful.
And what a good scene. He tore it up.
It's great.
He tore it up. He had some action.
Yeah.
I believed him. I believed that Tom was like going to get his wife.
He did it with enough. It was big enough. He's like, I'm sorry, but I need the car. He wasn't, he was very charming about it. I'm jacking your car.
Charming about everything he does.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like the Dawson's Creek of carjacking right there.
Yes. You can have my car.
Sure. Take it. I don't want to wait. Then he does the move where he goes under the he goes under the van.
Yeah.
And Wrestler, and I also saw that coming. What's going to happen? Well, Wrestler and Navabi came and took the guys out.
Well, those guys were pretty funny. They said I couldn't kill you. They didn't say couldn't jack you up.
Their little tit for tat, Tom and Wrestler. The amount of times they save each other, be like, hey man,
you owe me one, buddy.
Hey man, you owe me.
Again,
hey, man,
that's
my turn. Your turn. My turn.
I've said it once. I've said it 1,000 times. That's the buddy cop movie I want.
Absolutely.
That's like the Midnight Run or the Tango and Cash or whatever it is. I want to see that with Wrestler and Tom. Like
Wrestler got a little dark this episode.
Yes.
Dark as in what?
Digging out digging out that bullet.
Yeah.
Wrestler? That's not very Boy Scoutish.
No,
that's not in the manual at all.
Yeah, and I wonder about. I'm not.
When do you have time to shave for the third or fourth time that day if you're digging out muscle? You know what I mean?
Very un-Boy Scout like, right?
Yes.
I wonder. We have to question. We ask the question a lot, especially in the 24 days and the on the Jack Bauer days. Tell me where the bomb is and all the torture and guns to the kneecaps and everything else. We haven't seen much torture on television lately. And this was flat out torture, and I don't want to go on a whole commentary on whether or not we're numb to it or it's acceptable. Or I think the audience is like, yeah, get the information, we don't care, but it's still kind of torture. But I wonder if this was just a comment on. When I see that, I wonder if it's a political commentary or if it was a story-driven commentary. Meaning, if it was more of a commentary on Wrestler's character, like you said, this guy has now gone from Boy Scout to a guy who's capable of saying no one knows where we are. I'm off book. Like, I'll do whatever it takes. What do you guys think? Do you think that this was like, is this about Wrestler or is this just like, a device now that happens in TV shows?
I think it's a combination of all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get, if you, I would imagine, I've never been in the writer's room, but I would imagine that you try and get as much bang for each scene as you can. And so you have different actions for each scene. In that scene, you're obviously darkening up your guy for the first time. You got Wrestler doing something that is like straight up, and there's no what's the term I'm looking for? He's unapologetic about it.
Right.
Like a lot of the times in the past, if he's done something that's off, he's had to loosen his tie and he's been screwed up about it. He's had a mental anguish.
He's a drink.
Yeah. He's gone
this
three.
was his idea.
Yeah. He's gone 3-4 hours sometimes without shaving, and that's really
And
confused
Navabi was
him.
down. Navabi was like, eyebrow was like,
Yeah, Navabi's like, I'm Assad. What,
Yeah.
Navabi never has any problem.
Right, don't bore me with this.
yeah. I did this twice before breakfast.
Right?
I liked it. I like that they're showing progression in his character. He's been toyed around and he's been effed with left and right. And he no longer plays by the book. He realizes now in his job, that's just not how we do it now.
Right.
So if you can't beat him, join him. So
That's it.
let me dig a bullet out of this guy's chest.
And they were all, I mean, like Cooper was all in it. You know, they came out. Cooper's like, oh, what'd you get? You know, there was no, you know, no one
Pretty
was.
sure this is tendon on my finger.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
I crossed the line saying tendon. He dug out a bullet. Nobody bothered
Just
with
like
that.
imagining a tendon just sort of like
Just
dangling
like,
off his
well,
finger.
it gets stuck to you, you know.
It got sticky.
And
Dry it out.
not so tough after all that tough guy, old Vasily or whatever his name was, Victor.
Let's go with Vasily. That seems easy.
I don't know. So anyway, so they get the information. They give it to Aram. Aram starts doing his, you know, business. Not very successfully at that time.
Can I tell you this?
Yes.
I love Aram when the serial aspect of the show is in high gear and they're just moving like that and there's no time for he does a great job. He does a great job when they give him more, but he has a great job when he's in doing his job on the bridge. You know what I mean?
100% agree because this was an episode. I wonder, you know, if oh god, I keep forgetting to call him here. I didn't call him here. I'm a bad person. But I wonder if you know, we got no funny yuck, you know. Aram. This was like all serious,
all
doing my job, all business Aram all the time, and I like that. Like because there's no time for that. This is the height of all crises. You know, Lizzie's gone, the hospital's been breached. Like this is like time for business, and it's good to see Aram in that.
Without
mode.
a doubt.
Yeah. So in that moment, so Red is obviously up to something with Dimbe, and they're up to finding they have Dr. Shaw. He's leaning on Dr. Shaw to find patient 0 and find out what's going on with this. We do later find out that her treatment did work. Patient 0 was this woman who is now district attorney?
She's a lawyer.
District attorney.
Yeah.
And
Which is a pretty high profile job for somebody who's supposed to be dead.
well, and
I wondered that too. But that's all right.
they find her. They
Lucille Box.
Lucille Box. They extract her. And
again,
grab
charming,
her.
clever extraction.
So fantastic.
And only possible in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
No, only in the last couple of years would anyone believe that a car just pulls up and you know like sight unseen. Oh, it must be Uber X. Put me in.
Without saying Uber,
Oh, yeah.
without saying Uber, without saying
Nothing.
I have
Lyft.
a car coming.
Yeah, it's a car
town
service.
car.
Yeah,
Name
but
I
it's
can't pronounce.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a little. I don't know if we need that comment. It's a name I can't pronounce.
Dimby?
No, but I thought that was a little. I don't know. Never mind.
I thought it was charming. I thought the whole thing worked. Again, charming Tom.
It did. Tom is charming.
And he got the glasses back for that. For
Yeah,
that one.
he did. He put the glasses on. He just his
I
hair's
always
off.
trust you a little bit more.
Yeah,
With the glasses on.
He did the glasses. He did his hair. He looked very, very charming.
Do you think he just keeps the glasses in like a side pocket somewhere? He's like, you
Just
never
in
know when
case.
you need a
Oh,
disguise.
I gotta
Oh,
bust
yeah,
out the glasses.
A little bit of gel, and here I am. Hi,
I'm the
ladies.
most trustworthy dude you've ever met. Hipster dad.
Yeah, Blacklist : Uber stories. I like that one. So I'd watch that miniseries.
Yeah.
Blacklist : Uber stories. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. So then he pulls a gun. He says, "I'm not going to hurt you," and then obviously they get rid of him. What I want to get to later is I'm not sure how much. So at the very end, I'm jumping around. At the very end, when Red shows up after it's all said and done, like. Tom did not blink. Tom's like, oh, did it work? So apparently it worked.
Yeah.
Like, what worked?
I don't know. Because Dembe was pretty convinced. Because Dembe and Red showed up. Dembe was pretty convinced, like, this was the end.
Red was convinced this was the end. Dembe convinced this was the end.
For Kate. Like, there are things we could do, Red. He's like,
right.
Nah, I just got to do this. So did they have a little secret plan? But it didn't seem like that
Tom
on the
was
park
not
bench.
worried at all. Tom's like, hey, what's up, Red? It worked, huh? She's in the back. Like, is there a side plan, or did I
don't
miss
know.
something?
I was a little
Did I
confused
miss
on that,
something,
too.
folks? Anyone? Langley, Jason Clark, Golden Toe. I don't know what happened there. Because Tom did not seem, phased at all. It made me feel like there was some other, double con going on there.
I don't know. I got nothing.
And the plan was put into action after Red
Right.
already went to go see.
And it made it sound like
Kirk.
that. Did the plan work? Did you convince Kirk to let you go?
Was it Dembe's plan?
I don't know. Maybe it's just as simple as, Kirk bought it. Kirk wanted to live. You know, and then he let him go. Maybe that was
Well,
it.
you know, maybe that. From Dembe's point of view, obviously, you know, Red knew it was a long shot, and
Right.
and he was right. You know,
Right.
he had to pull out his ultimate trump card.
Yeah.
Forgive the term.
Yeah.
Whatever the the whisper is the ultimate ace in the hole that he had.
Like
that he
Yeah. Trump card.
I'm sorry, it was out before I thought about it. They arrived just before
ruined.
you did.
Before we get into the Kirk showdown and the eventual the team finding Red, I want to go back to Mr. Kaplan.
Mr. Kaplan.
Yeah,
Kate escaping.
We seem to have some resolution to that thing.
Yeah.
That whole, I've said it last week, that whole storyline just drive me nuts.
It was weird.
I'm out. Like,
It
it was
was
a
weird.
cool thing that, like, you know, we had to do something. It just seemed like they had to have a resolution for last season. There had to be a betrayal. We know that Red wouldn't stand for it. Red, you know, and is Red that bad of a shot?
I guess.
I guess.
You know,
Apparently.
he's not gonna do the double tap, like, you know, two in the chest, one in the head.
No,
or
we've
however
all
it is.
seen Keanu Reeves. What's the
John Wick.
John Wick, man.
John Wick
Yes.
with double tap in MFs like a mother.
Yeah.
Pop, pop,
I hear
pop,
it's
pop,
so
pop.
good.
So good.
I can't see
Yeah.
the dog part.
Hey, if you like, well,
it's quick.
never mind. If you like people getting shot in the face,
I do.
Like twice at a time.
Twice.
Pop, pop, pop. The body count is astounding.
you
Really?
like John Wick. Anyway, no, I wonder, like, so we went through all of that. She crawled around. We had the mysterious guy, in this pristine land that no one knew about, and the cameras, and the guy saves her, and he's like creepy, and at the end he's like, hey, I wasn't gonna hurt you, I'm just a nice guy. And she's like, I know. Fist bump, and she's out.
Wham, wham. I
Like,
don't know.
all that just seems
don't know.
like super weak to me.
Well, you know, you
Really
wonder
weak.
maybe if they were thinking about going in a different direction with it. I mean, obviously they cast they didn't cast somebody. They could have cast that way further down the line.
Yeah.
Of available actors.
It
I feel like that maybe it almost feels to me like it was an unfinished storyline. Like there was
Yeah.
a plan that they went, you know what, you guys, we just don't have time for it. It's not going to work. We just have to break it out.
So now she's back. So now we do have to figure it out. It will be cool to see, you know, Kate come back into the fold this season, because
Yeah.
obviously we have friggin' 30 episodes left of the Blacklist.
714.
So you know we will see Kate come back, and we'll see
Yes.
how that works out, and blah blah blah. But and we'll, you know,
Or maybe Kate cruises over to Colon Redemption.
no, or maybe Kate cruises over to Alexander Kirkington.
Ooh.
You know, Alexander Campbellton. Never mind. Separate.
That's funny. That's really amusing, though.
Anyways, okay, so I think the whole Kate thing was disappointing, and I'm glad that it's done, and she's on the road, and she's on her way back to wherever. But where is she on her way back to? Because she's really very convinced that if Red knows she's alive, Red's gonna, you know, would do everything to kill her and everyone around her. And she may or may not be wrong about that, but clearly there's gonna be some contact with Dembe, because Dembe is sympathetic. Who knows how that'll play out? We'll wait and see. So anyway, we get to Red. I want to talk about this Red Lizzie thing, because it was
She just got into a random car, right? Like hitchhiking style? Or was
Yes.
it the
Yeah.
guy come looking for her?
No, I thought that was.
It was weird, because it could have been
She
either.
didn't even
They
like
weren't very clear
hesitate.
about that.
She just got in.
No, that
And he
seemed
just
to me
pulled
like
over. That was vague to me.
that seemed to me like the nice country. Like, hey, you know what? Nobody comes around here.
What country do you live in? Not the
you
one
know.
that happened. Not the one I just saw vote someone else.
God, this is so sad.
Yeah, the nice country road. Sure. So Jesus. Okay, so back to when I want to talk about this whole thing with Liz being caught and Red feeling like he has to go save Liz. Now, weird scene where Dembe is saying we could do this, we could do that, and he's like, it's Lizzie. I thought that was very affecting, and what, again, why I'm wearing this is I took that to mean like it's my daughter. Mm-hmm. I mean, I couldn't take it any other way.
It's got to eventually be
I
that.
was screaming at the computer screen and the TV, and I was like, "Damn you, Flippo!" But I was really like, "Oh God."
I wish I could say you were the first
know.
person to say "Damn you, Flippo,"
Yes,
but you are not.
100 today. So they go make the exchange. They have the very emotional Liz saying, "I'll come. We'll come for you," which she did. And we got that information packed exchange with Kirk and what's his name and Red. But what about Odette? What about Odette?
The wicked stepmother?
I liked her so much. Did she kill herself? Was that what that was?
I don't know if that was that or an escape? It didn't
looked
seem like it was that
very
far to
shallow.
go.
Well, it was the whole side of a ship, which could be 7-10
That,
stories.
that's
And
definitely
it's
some
pretty
Mr.
shallow
Kaplan
water.
Definitely some Mr. Kaplan territory now.
Because I gotta tell you, I think I'm a big fan.
If
Smoking hot and just cool as hell and
if
sharp.
if January episode 9, Odette comes washing up on shore, I don't know. I don't know. But she did. I mean, look, it's a far drop. I mean, it's a neck breakable situation. Not a 100% fatal situation.
No.
By any means.
But I mean, the water that she was jumping into that was on the dock side of the ship. So I mean,
Yeah.
But Odette was gonna kill her, right? Odette, wicked stepmother. She always hated Lizzie.
Always hated Lizzie.
because of what she did to Kirk, and I love that. I love that little quick little exchange.
You like that, right?
It was so great. Like he was a great man. He was a great man. He's become twisted and capable of things I never would have thought.
And remind me.
Why that's her fault though, and now she's not even his daughter.
I know.
Why do we have to kill her?
Right.
Like, get over
I
it,
know.
Odette. He's done now. Maybe he'll go back to being the good man. P.S. He's dying tomorrow morning. So
Yeah, exactly. And remind me
None of
how
this was Lizzie's fault.
how did Wrestler and the gang find her at the dock?
Oh, because Aram caught the silver panel van on
the gym.
Oh
No.
No.
Black
No.
he caught
Prior to the gym.
He caught the silver panel van on
to the gym.
cameras in
Okay.
the Burgadurgadugady.
Got it. Got you. So they got that was a kind of a weird little thing. Like it was very I don't know. It reminded me of a little bit of Les Mis. A little bit of
Oh, stars?
You
yes,
gonna sing?
exactly.
You gonna sing it out loud?
It reminds me of Stars.
Stars?
Yes, with
Oh yeah, Javert?
with Javert.
Okay, let's do it.
I want you to sing so badly.
It
so
reminds
ready
me of a
for
little
it.
tune called Stars from
Oh.
the hit Broadway musical
You may have heard.
Les Miserables.
Oh.
But it did remind me of that. Like she said, threw herself off the thing rather than, I'm not going to sing.
Okay.
One more.
Wants to so badly.
I'm not going to sing.
There, out in the darkness.
it's
Come
not
on.
Anyway, so
Musical theater nerd.
Nerd.
Aram hacks the GPS.
Oh, you're right. That was after. You're right.
Lizzie's idea. They go back to the gym. They find out what's happening, but not before. And look, I thought Red's a pretty tough cookie, man. He had like 3 shots that were like, if I give him one more shot, he's gonna croak. He had like 3 of those. Mm-hmm. Like one more shot, he's not gonna make it. Crank. One more shot, he's dead. Nah. I mean it, Kirk. You give him one more shot, he's like, nah. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, is he gonna die? What's happening here? But apparently,
You know what though? It was such a great device for so many reasons. Number one, you're not putting your star through like hanging from the thing and getting beat up. And I mean, he's a little older. That's not what he's built for anymore. And I also love that, but at the same time, you get the exact same payoff from the toughness. You get all the payoff with none of the misery. I thought it was a terrific idea. Great device.
right. So, exchange, whatever they said, we assume 100% that is Katarina's alive.
Yeah.
We assume that Kirk went to go get cured, and went to go get undead. Red's fine. Red said we'll never hear from Kirk again. Which, why is that? Because why would we not hear from him again?
I doubt that that's going to be the deal.
Why would he say
first
that?
of all, yeah, I doubt that would be
Of
the
course
deal.
not. But why would he even say that?
But he doesn't care about Masha anymore, or Lizzie
that's
Keene.
true.
It's not his daughter.
That's not
No,
his
but he
kid.
had to tell her something. He told him something. He said, Katarina's alive.
So maybe that's his new mission. Find Katarina. So Odette's totally coming back because now she's going to be a woman scorned. First she's
Yeah.
a wicked stepmother. Now she's a woman scorned.
It's like another Russian chick?
No, for real.
All right.
Who are the women in this family?
Or she's a twin sister. Okay, that's a lot. Let's get into. We only got a few minutes left.
Even if she had a
unfortunately.
twin sister, again, it wouldn't matter to Kirk
Because
it's
the
not
twins would
his.
still be, they were both, because genetically,
Unless
Unless-
Katarina
right,
somehow was carrying
somehow-
one child that was Kirk's and
He's-
one that was Red's,
you
which I think
special
can't
Russian
happen.
KGB experiment. We make you pregnant with 7 different guys. No problem.
She sewed one child in the corset with the jewels.
One child in the corset, the jewels, in
jewels.
the corset.
It could be like a twins thing where like they're
Anastasia.
both the father. No,
We're gonna go to
put that
predictions
up.
here. So we've only got 2 minutes before we're like the studio catches on fire.
No, we all gotta run.
So I do want to acknowledge all of our folks listening to us right now.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much to Jason Clark, Langley, Jamie Newman, Golden Toe, Watson King, of course, Shane DeLay, Tyler, Sasu, Michael Jones, Mike Jones, and everyone else.
Jason Clark, imagine if Blacklist: Redemption is a musical spy series. That'd be magnificent. Yes. With Twin Lizzies guest starring twice a season.
Do a little soft shoe.
Give me some predictions right now, and I just want to know what did he tell Kirk after he plunged the last thing into his neck that should have surely killed him? What did he tell Kirk?
But I don't think
he put the needle in, but he didn't.
Oh, he didn't plug.
He didn't hit the plunger.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was here, and then I'm didn't do the. So you put the thing, but then you got to do the thing, but he didn't do the thing.
He didn't do the thing.
All right, I can't
He
tell.
didn't do the pushy thing.
What happened?
All right, so I think he whispered the following two things: Katarina is alive,
right?
And I think Masha has a sister. Those are the things that he whispered,
Okay.
and that's what I think is happening next.
Okay.
Again, why does that matter to Kirk if she has a sister?
Well, because the sister could be Kirk's.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Julia, what do you got?
I think Katarina's alive. I'm not 100% like you boys are that he's the dad. Not 100.
fine.
I'm inching closer and closer,
Okay.
but I'm not 100%. Just a little too easy.
Or at least
unless it's like saying like I'm a changed man, like Kirk
No.
was a changed man, like I'm not the man I used to be. I'm not your dad anymore.
I'll tell you this:
Like,
he may not be the dad. He thinks he's the dad, though. So
Well-
unless Katarina's like, oh, by the way, I have the real DNA
why
test.
not tell Lizzie at this point?
I don't know. He's
What are
trying to
those-
protect her. He's
what
always
are
been trying to
those-
protect her.
What's all that stuff you're trying to grab?
Prediction,
What is
prediction.
the straws? They're straws you're grasping at
Prediction.
straws.
We
That's so
gotta go.
sad.
That was it. That Katarina's alive, and I'm not 100%.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Katarina's definitely alive. I think that there may be another sibling. I think there may be we're going to get into a whole Russian backstory. Not unlike this country, but a whole Russian we're going to get into a whole Russian backstory. And in the back half of in January, we'll see where that goes. Apple time. They're back with Russians.
And we have the Manchurian candidate taking office. Yay!
Oh, come on. No politics.
You brought it up
But
first.
happy
right.
holidays,
Happy
everybody.
holidays.
Happy
Have
holidays.
a
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Great
Wonderful Christmas.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, everything. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you very much.
You hear a gingerbread man yelling to you to go to Target. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So that,
Joe!
I gotta run. We gotta go. We gotta
Can I
wrap
say
up.
something?
Gingerbread is back.
Joe is the voice of Ginger on Target. So when you're watching Target commercials and listening to Target on iHeartRadio, and you hear a Ginger guy voice, it's Joe Filippo.
Yes.
Congratulations for getting
Yeah.
that gigantic.
Okay,
big
we're gonna
kid.
wrap it up. We're
Go.
gonna wrap it up.
Where can we find you?
Joe Filippo on the Twitters, and josephsanfilippo.com is my website.
You.
Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat-ish. Julia Cearley, my name. Juliacearley.
Right. At JK Braz.
I remember.
At JK. Wait. Joe K. Braswell on Twitter and Instagram. At JK Braz on Snapchat.
You put on one blouse,
Thank
you lose your mind.
much.
It's
I
so
know.
sad.
This is actually, I might keep this
It's
on.
comfortable.
It's
Looks
hot
nice.
outside. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in January.
Thank
Bye.
you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.